Yes, of course it. Hmm?
Hey everyone, my name is Jessica. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I'm going to be showing you all the books that I've gotten recently. This is not all in one trip, because trust me, it's a lot of books, but these are books that I've got basically since I came home from BookCon after that one video that I did. These are all the books that I've gotten recently. So yeah, it's a lot of books. I'm going to try to tell you guys as much as I can about each book. If I don't know what the thing is about, then sorry. But let's get started. They're not even going to be in order of what I've got them, except for like the last 5 books that I just got today. So, but I'm going to try to do it as like orderly as I possibly can, but I don't think it's going to happen. So let me stop trying to give excuses and let's just get into the video, because it's probably going to be a long one. So these 3 books I got from my local second in Charles. I got these home really early, like almost immediately after coming home from BookCon, after I filmed that book haul. So the first one that I got is Roseblood by A.G. Howard. I believe this is, yes, this seems like it's a Phantom of the Opera retelling based off of the cover. So that's what really drew me in, because obviously my channel name is Theatrical Reader. I love musicals, even though I don't really talk about them. I feel like I should incorporate them, but I don't know how. I would love to do some, like, I'm going off on a tangent, but I would love to do some theater slash book related book tags, because I know there's like the Heathers musical book tag, I believe. I would like to do that, and then obviously the Hamilton book tag, so maybe I should do those. That would make sense. Anyways, I haven't heard anything about that book, so I don't know if it's good or not, but Phantom of the Opera books, I love them. So hopefully we'll get to read that one very soon. The next book that I got, I got it because I believe, and I'm sorry Shauna if this is not the correct book. If it isn't, you can yell at me in the comments, but I believe this is a book that Shauna is always telling everybody to read. Rebel of the Sands by Oliwyn Hamilton. This was like really cheap. I think it was like $2 at Second and Charles, and it's in pretty good condition. I don't know what this is about. I'm pretty sure this is the book that Shauna's always recommending to read. So got this book. We'll be reading very soon, hopefully, because this is as you can see, this is a really short book. So yeah, got that one too. This last book is actually, it's like a genre that I don't really talk about, but I'm very love this genre, and that is I'll Be Gone in the Dark by Michelle McNamara. This is a true crime book about the Golden State Killer. I don't talk about this a lot, but I love true crime. Like, true crime is one of the things I love to read about. I've been listening to some podcasts. I've got like I've got a lot of books and about true crime. I've actually loaned out 2 or 3 of them. I don't know the number, 2 or 3 of them to one of my cousins. I've been listening to a lot of true crime podcasts lately, so this one just like, it's really calling my attention, and I cannot wait to read this book, hopefully very soon. So these next 2 books that I got were from Target. I don't remember when, but obviously within the last oh shit, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why I was saying 2 months. This has been 1 month. 1 month, 1.5 months. 1.5. Yeah. Because I'm filming this on the 14th of July. These from Target a while back. And that is Fixer Up by Tessa Bailey and The Bride Test by Helen Huang. The Bride Test is a sequel to The Kiss Quotient. It is following Michael's cousin Kai. Jocelyn from Jocelyn Reads, I believe she really enjoyed this book, and I don't know if Julie read it. Julie, if you read it, let me know. I don't remember. I just watched the wrap up too. I should know this. Or no, you just read The Kiss Quotient, right? Tell me, Julie, because I really can't remember. But I know Jocelyn really likes this book, so I'm very excited to read this book as well. And if you guys saw my June wrap up, you saw that I loved Fixer Up. So yeah, can't wait to read this one, and I really enjoyed this one. So I got these two books from Amazon, and that is Tithe by Holly Black, and she's a little big so I have to put her out, but The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This is the 10th anniversary edition. I first saw this edition from because Heather from Aphrodite Reads put up a picture of her having this book, and I fell in love with this cover, these beautiful sprayed edges. I love sprayed edges, so this book just like called my attention. And actually, fun fact, I had the little mass market paperback. Little, that bitch was huge. I don't know why I said little, but I bought that one years ago. I think I saw it at like a Family Dollar, like a dollar store. You know how like they have those little book sections, but I bought that one. It was like $2, $3, $5 at the most, and I don't know where it's at. I've moved like 3 times since I bought that original copy, so that might be why. It's probably packed up in our basement, to be honest, because I've got a couple of books. I know. I've still got some books packed away. This was, like I said, a really big cover buy, which I was thinking about doing a video about like books that I literally bought just because of the cover, where I knew nothing about them, which is going to be most of my books, but like I at least like see the cover and then I research what the book is about to see if I want to read it. There are a couple books that I literally just buy them because of the cover, so I might do a video for that. Let me know if I should. My stupid self, I bought these separate times. I bought this one in early June. I bought this one about 2 weeks ago. I probably should have bought them together, but I honestly didn't even think about it. And also, you might be thinking, Jessica, why didn't you just buy like the bind up for the Modern Fairy Tale series? And I'm just stupid. So I probably should have, and I keep on holding this book up and put it back. I probably should have, but I'm an idiot. So these next 3 books I got from Books A Million, don't know when, within the past month and a half. Yeah. But first one that I got is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. This I bought because Jocelyn and Julie really loved this. Julie, I know, is a Sarah J. Maas stan, and I think Jocelyn enjoys Sarah J. Maas as well, but I believe she likes this one better, though this series better. So I was like, let me just pick up this book because I don't know why. I think it's only because 3 books are out from that series and the novella, but like we're not counting her. I don't know why. I thought this was only like a 3-book series, but I think the next one's coming out soon. So I was like, oh yeah, this will be so much easier to read instead of the fucking Throne of Glass series, because even though it's done, it's got like a lot of books. The next book that I got is Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. I love the movie from Hayao Miyazaki. That's like one of my all-time favorite books. Like, this is about a girl named Sophie. She is the eldest of 3 daughters, I believe, and one day she finds herself meeting one of the local witches, the Witch of the Waste, and the witch ends up putting Sophie under a curse, which turns her into an old lady. The way that she can break this curse is by going to one of the other wizards. Is he a wizard? Yeah, he's a wizard. She has to go find Howl's Moving Castle and have him help her break the curse. This is just following her adventures, meeting Howl, trying to break the curse, and then she also finds out because like Howl is described as heartless, so she finds out that there's more to Howl, and also she discovers herself. Who doesn't love a discovery? And also, this is a series. I did not know that, so hopefully I will read this one very soon, because this is a young middle grade, I believe this is. I'm assuming middle grade, and it's those I can get through pretty quickly, so want to read this one very soon. Hopefully I will love it just as much as I love the movie. All I know is that most likely I will end up wanting to watch the movie after reading this book. So this last book that I got from Books a Million is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This book was at like the bargain section for like $5. This was actually cheaper than the paperback. So I was like, yeah, we're getting the hardcover. If it's $5 cheaper. Also, I really like this. I think this is cool. All I know is that this is an Alice in Wonderland retelling. Julie from Julie's Book Endeavors really loves this book, and I believe so does Jocelyn. They have like similar tastes. If you're gonna like a book that Jocelyn likes, most likely you'll see that Julie likes it and vice versa. So yeah, I just know this is a Alice in Wonderland retelling. Julie just did like a reread, I believe, so she did a thread on Twitter. Correct me if I'm wrong, Julie. Just comment, please, because I don't know shit. But yeah, so this was $5, and I trust Julie very much, so hopefully I will like this book. Don't know when I'm gonna read this one either. Yeah. Okay, so these next books are all books that I've gotten from Barnes & Nobles. They're from different trips, but it's only 3 trips. Yeah, I go there a lot, so no, they're 4 trips. So I'm gonna try to go from like the earliest to the ones that I got today. We're gonna see. One of the books that I got from Barnes & Noble is Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant. Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte, she recommended the audiobook to me, which I have, but I also wanted to read along with it whenever I could. I've heard pretty good things about this. I think there's like, someone was like, evil mermaids, and I was like, fuck yeah, mermaids, my shit. Evil mermaids, oh hell yes. So very excited to read this book, very much interested to figure out what's gonna happen. And this is a series too, so we'll love to get started on this one. Okay, so this next book that I got is 5 Midnights by Anne Gardena. This, from what I've heard about this book, it is based off of the Kukui, so it is a like thriller, and I believe obviously paranormal, because the Kukui is an urban fantasy amongst Latinx families. Because I grew up personally hearing about the Kukui. If I misbehave, families would be like, if you don't behave, the Kukui is gonna come get you. At least in my family. I don't know if this is accurate for other people, but this book is based in Puerto Rico. Trying to figure out what's happening, because there's a bunch of murders happening in Puerto Rico amongst really crazy circumstances. It is about a girl named Lupe. I don't know if I mentioned, but it's about a girl named Lupe and Javier. Javier lives in Puerto Rico, and his friends are dying from, well, some of his friends are the ones who have died because of the strange circumstances. So they're gonna try to figure out what happened. Very excited to read this book. She's very short. I might read this in around Halloween time. I don't know if that's such a good idea, because like I believe in the paranormal stuff, like La Llorona and the Kukui and stuff like that. So, but this sounds like such a good spooky book. I really want to read this one. Probably will read it very soon, to be honest, because it's really thin. So this next book that I got is Fumbled by Alexa Martin. This is about a single mother named Poppy. It's a new adult book. So it also includes TK Moore, who is a professional football player. TK and Poppy were high school sweethearts. I think y'all know where this is going. But they end up meeting up together again because of, I don't know why. Clearly I haven't read this book. And then shit happens, because it had so many like secrets, I guess to each other. We all know one, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one, because I think there's another book, and I'm pretty sure this is a series. I don't know, but I think I saw another book written by her, so I'm very excited to read this one, and because I'm still on my romance kick. Speaking of my romance kick, this next book is Forbidden by Beverly Jenkins. I've heard Mel, I'm pretty sure it was Mel from Mel to the Any rave about. Mel, did you read this book? If you're watching, I don't know, because I think I remember her mentioning Beverly Jenkins. I don't know if she's read it or she just saw her at BookCon. But I'm very excited, first of all, because it's got non-white people on this cover. So yeah, and it is a historical romance. So I mentioned before, I love historical romances, so I'm very excited to read this book. I'm not going to tell you guys what it's about because I don't feel like reading the back. So this next book, I don't want you guys to judge me because I have mentioned how much I love romance books. But I don't think I've mentioned how much I love shifter romance books. They are my weakness. I read so many Kindle Unlimited romance, like shifter romance books when I was like going through my, when I wasn't like keeping actual track, which you know what, I should have, because I was still reading books. Those still counted. They still count on Goodreads. I don't know why, but hey everyone, I don't have my glasses on because it's super late, but just clarifying what I meant. I didn't mean that I don't know why they would count for Goodreads. I meant I don't know why I didn't count them towards my Goodreads. Just wanted to clear things up. Okay, so it is the big alpha in town. They are 3 separate shifter stories. Sammy, don't judge me. You already judged me on Twitter. I told y'all. They're my shit, okay? That's why. This, if you guys saw Sammy's tweet, it was because there's a fucking polar bear on here. But okay, first of all, they don't, as far as I know, I'm pretty sure there are some like shifter romances with like, yeah, but we're not going to talk about that. But they don't have sex in animal form, okay? It's human form. It's like werewolves, okay? Don't judge me, Sammy. At Sammy Reads. Don't judge me. Thank you. I still love you, but don't judge me. So this next book that I picked up was a book that I've already had my eye on, but what really got me into picking it up was Live from Stories and Coffee. This is Future Jessica. It's actually Stories for Coffee. I'm a failure at life, but that's okay. I'm going to leave her channel linked below because she did a video about Latinx books that she recommends, and this is one of them that she really, I'm also going to link that video because I really liked it. But I got When We Left Cuba by Chanel Clinton. It's a historical book, clearly during the Cuban Revolution. So it is about a girl named Beatrice. She lives in Cuba. Her family is like, seems like they were pretty well off. She was recruited to infiltrate Castro's inner circle. So it kind of, so it's like espionage as well. Very much want to read this book. I cannot wait. I've heard pretty good things. I know there's another one called, ooh, I don't know, but very excited to read this book. Okay, so this next book is a book that honestly I've had my eye on because I saw like someone post about it on Bookstagram, but that is The Raven's Tale by Kat Winters. This is clearly about Edgar Allan Poe. This is when he meets his muse, Lenore. Yeah, Lenore. Love this cover. I think it's so cool. This next book that I got from Barnes & Nobles is The Bookish Life of Nina Hill by Abby Waxman. I don't think I've heard much about it, but this looks really cute, so I can't wait to read this, and I hope I like it. Plus it's so pretty and so bright. That's what I really love about new adult books, is they're just so colorful and so pretty. So this next book that I got is Wilder Girls by Rory Power. This is a book that recently came out and I've been like really so excited to read it. I know Tate from Bookish Constellations put out like a review video, so I'm gonna link her channel and also that video in the description. I haven't watched it because I haven't read the book and I don't know if it's a spoiler or not. So I'm going to hopefully read this one very soon and get to watch that video. But it is about this island, or this school for girls that is in an island, I believe, and it is put under quarantine because there is like this huge illness going around. From what I've heard, this is pretty like kind of gory, and I'm very excited to read that because I love shit like that. So yes. Okay, so this next book that I got is The Stormcrow by Kaylin Josephson. You know what, I don't know what this is about either, but it's got like a crow and I really like those. This cover honestly like really just catches my eye. And then first of all, maps. Love books with matches. I love books with maps, and then when you take off the dust jacket, oh, it's only in the beginning, but I love this. I think this looks so cool. Yeah, I think this looks so cool. I don't know what this is about. Is it two maps? No, it's the same map. But I'm so excited to read this book, and also because this book is just fucking stunning. I have fake nails on right now, so I can't take out the sticker. I should have done that before, but I can't wait to take this sticker off. Oh, I'm so excited. We're finally on the last stretch. These are all the books that I got today at Barnes & Noble. So this first book that I got, technically not the first book, but it's fine. It caught my attention because I saw it on Twitter one time. I think I took a quiz, and it was like about romance books and like which book you should read, something like that. I don't know, but it is Say No to the Duke by Eloisa James. This book caught my eye, obviously, like I said, from Twitter, but then also when I read what this book was about, I was also very intrigued. So this is obviously a historical romance book. It is about a girl named Betsy. She just had her first season, and you know, their whole goal is like to get them married almost right away, but she wants to have one last adventure before she gets married. So she makes a bet with Lord Jeremy Roden. Basically, she wants to have one last adventure in boys' clothes. Again, historical romance. You know that shit would not fly. Girl wearing pants? No, ma'am. So she makes the bet with, and if she wins a game of billiards, then he will provide the breeches. If she loses, she is his for one wild night. This is not a spoiler because this is in the description, but or after the game happens, you clearly find out who won, because in the description it says what happens when Jeremy realizes that one wild night is not enough. Next book, heard very many good things about it. It is Once and Future by Amy Rose Capetta and Corey McCarthy. This is in King Arthur retelling in sci-fi form and with females. But I've heard pretty good things about this book, and honestly, I don't read sci-fi enough, but like King Arthur is something that I really love to read about, so I'm very excited to read this book. This next book that I got is again a shifter romance like book. It's like 3 separate books in one binding, but it is Overcome by Laura Lee. They are 3 different shifter romance books, so I don't really know what it's about. I don't think I've read anything by Laura Lee, so hopefully I will like these books, all these novellas. But yeah, shifter, my shit. Okay, so I went to Barnes & Noble today with my sister, and she was basically asking me my opinion for books that she wants to read. Like, so yeah, the first book that I got for her, because I'm such a nice sister, is Tell Me How You Really Feel by Amina May Safi. I'm gonna be honest, I got this book for me just as much for her because like I'm super excited to read this book. But it's wild. We got here, well, I clearly got this today, and she finished this book in like 3 hours and she loved it. But yeah, very excited to read this. I believe this is Hate to Love. The last book I got, she's currently reading it right now, so I don't have it, but it is Her Royal Highness by Rachel Hawkins, which I believe is the 2nd book in a series, which is again Hate to Love, female romance. Like, okay guys, so those are all of the books that I've gotten recently. I have a problem, but I'm getting rid of a couple of books as well, so yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!